Hey friends, what a gorgeous day out here today. Can you see the sun shining? It is a beautiful, beautiful day. But anyway, I am outside today because we are going to continue part 2. As I said, I don't know how many parts this is gonna be, but I have continued to work in the yard. I did a little bit out back. I worked out front. I don't know if you can hear the noise right now. That is the chipper. Our neighborhood brought in someone to go around the neighborhood and chip up all the tree trimmings that we all have been doing. So that was a blessing. We were actually able to take down a tree and all the stuff I had piled out back. So it's at the bottom of my driveway, and I'll show all that to you. But you can hear him. He's coming through and chipping away at it all. So I'm pretty excited about that. So what I want to do first is just show you, the pile down there, the tree where we took it down, and the pile that we had out back. And I'll kind of take you back a few days, show you all of that, and then I want to come back and I want to talk to you about something that I did that I did not plan on doing, but I almost feel guilty about doing it, but I just had to for my peace of mind. Nothing bad, just I'll talk to you about it in a sec. I just wanted to quickly say welcome to any new subscribers, and also to my current subscribers. Thank you so much for sticking around and following me. I love hearing from you guys, chit-chatting with you. So thank you so much. So let's quickly jump back a few days so I can show you what we were up to. All right, my friends, so we got that huge pile. I took the really large ones down to the bottom of the yard out front, and then we put all the smaller ones here on this tarp, and we're going to pull it down to the front because, as I mentioned before, our neighborhood is having a truck come around, and everybody just trimmed trees and has everything at the bottom of the driveway, and they're coming in the morning and they're going to be mulching all the stuff up. So this is what I had on the patio, and then we took a tree down out front. I'll show you that as well. Alright friends, so here is the pile of debris that's going to get mulched tomorrow morning. So we have all that, and I'll show you where we took the tree down. Alright, so here's where we took the tree down. I do have a lot of little pieces I need to rake up, and I'll probably work on that tomorrow. It's starting to drizzle, and there is the tree that we took down, the leftover I should say. So that's it, and it was one of these trees here, one of our flowering trees that just died. So anyway, that's where we're at so far with this. Alright, so as you saw, we did do quite a bit of trimming. So I am here in the front yard, as I mentioned, and I started to do a little bit of yard work out here. And after working in the backyard from my last video, which I will link below if you haven't seen it, I realized the amount of work that was facing me. Last year, I did not mulch because I literally ran out of time trying to get it all done on the weekends. And then when, as you know, I work at an elementary school, so I do have the summers off, but by the time we got out of school and all the activities that the kids had and all, and then my dad had been ill, so I was spending a lot of time with him, with doctors, of hospitals and things like that. I just never got around to mulching. So the weeds got really, really bad this year. And the front yard was atrocious, the backyard was atrocious, and my oldest is graduating this year. We have so many things coming up and planned, and I really was stressing out, and I was taking a hit with it was just really affecting me, stressing me. So I made the decision, along with my husband. He was okay with it. I called a landscape company and asked about them coming out and just cleaning the front yard up only, and getting rid of all the weeds, trimming a bunch of the bushes back, removing a couple bushes, and then mulching. So what we're going to do in this video, and it will be filmed over several days, as I said, I just can't get it all done in a day or a weekend. I bought some new landscape lights. I'm going to show them to you real quickly. So I'm going to put them in the front yard. I was not thinking when I had him do the front yard, the bottom of my driveway is landscaped, and I don't know what I was thinking. I forgot to ask him to do that. So I need to clean that out and get those weeds out. I think I have the largest dandelion weed I've ever seen down there. I have a lot of leaves, and because underneath my driveway there's like a swale lake. Is that what they're called? Swales? Where the water runs through. And all that has leaves in it and all, and I need to get all that cleaned out, and then I'm gonna mulch. And I always, and you all might think I'm really crazy, I always wash down my mailbox and the mailbox post every year. Over the winter, the number plate that was on top of the mailbox, when it snowed, the what do you call them, the trucks, the plows, the snow flew up and hit and broke it off because it's just plastic. So I bought a new one of those that I want to attach. So like I said, I got a lot that I want to do. I want to get the front kind of finished up with the lights in the bottom of the driveway, and then I can concentrate and work strictly on the back, power washing. I do need to power wash the sidewalk out front. I'm not going to do that quite yet. But I do want to do plants on the step and kind of do like a final there as well. So like I said, there's going to be quite a few more outdoor yard clean up and decorate with me videos. So I'm hoping that you guys will enjoy this, give you some inspiration. Anyway, I don't want this video to be 3 hours long. So let me quickly show you the landscape lights that I purchased. All right, my friends, so I ordered these from Costco online. They did not have these in the store when I was there, because I was looking at landscape lights, and I don't know what made me, I was looking for bed sheets or something, and then I just typed in landscape lights and I found these. But I do know that the next time I went to Costco, my store did have these in stock. I bought these when they were on sale. I believe I paid $42.99 for 5 of these landscape lights, and this is what they look like. It's real glass. Okay. And what is the company's name? Naturally Solar. They are solar lights. They are bought, yeah, Naturally Solar is the brand. Let me show you the bottom right there. So I'm going to put these out. I bought 5 boxes, so I have 25 lights. I was hoping to use some of them out back. I don't know. We'll see. So before I get started, I'm going to go ahead and go back in time and show you what the front yard looked like before the landscape people came out and did the landscaping. And then I will catch back up with you and we'll go ahead and put these lights in. All right, we're going to start by the front door, and as you can see, I started pulling weeds and it just became too much. They're just everywhere, and not mulching last year really hurt me. Can you see all those weeds? Look at this, and you can see there's no mulch whatsoever over here and all down through here. What a mess. It just got way out of hand. So, that's where I'm at. As you can see, the edging of the grass, and over here underneath of this tree, look at this mess. We've sprayed and I pulled a lot of weeds. They just keep coming back. I don't know if you can see inside that bush, underneath that tree, the mess. It is a hot mess. And then look at down here by the parking pad, and as you can see, it's just weed after weed after weed, and it's just become so overwhelming for me trying to do all of this out front. There's Mr. Chasey. Hey, Bubba. Hi. It's just too much between this and out back. So yeah, let's see, there's some more down here. All this needs to be done. All of this here, you can see the weeds just everywhere. And then I have like all the trees. You can see how the base of the trees have all those new little sprouts or whatever they're called. And I just have trees Tree after tree after tree after tree after tree. All those are in my yard. And then there's some up towards the front and both sides of the house. It's just way too much and I just can't do it. So I have just decided that it's not worth giving up weekend after weekend and not enjoying my backyard space to be doing this kind of work. And this is the side of the house. You can see all the debris in there. That pot was a tree I had inside that I ended up dying. My bird bath falling over. Crazy dog. And then here, all the weeds there. It's just, and this is a glimpse into the backyard. You can see all that stuff. That's all I'm going to maintain. He's going to go down to the end here of the deck. And then I'm going to work on the backyard because it's quite a bit back there. And I'll show that to you when I'm working on it. But I just felt I needed the help. So let's go ahead. I'm going to get up and get these lights unpacked and put out. These are really big. Oh my goodness. I love, love, love them. They are huge. What I like here, this has this little screw in there. So when you pull it out of the ground to move it or whatever, this part won't stick in the ground, which is awesome. That is awesome. Yay. I love that because that happens to me a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and tighten them up. I'm going to pull this out. And then we're going to put the lid, the top back on. I'm going to do, I think, a box at a time. And they have to charge. And then here comes that truck. I think he's about to come in my yard. So I'm going to hop off real quick so you guys don't have to hear all that. And friends, these things are super duper heavy. I am really, really impressed. Very, very heavy. I like. All right, my friends, so I am headed down to the bottom of the driveway. I am going to do some raking up of the leaves that are in that little swale at the bottom of my yard. It's like just deep enough that you can't run the mower in it, and it has a ton of leaves from the trees from the winter, and I want to get all that cleaned up, and then I want to weed at the bottom of the driveway in my flower beds because I forgot that all needed to be done, and I have some huge weeds in there. It is like 92 degrees today, but anyway, I'm gonna get down to the bottom of the driveway. I'm gonna show you what it looks like because it is a hot mess, and I'm gonna do as much as I can today. I am already tired, and I don't know if you can tell, I'm already sunburned from being out here, and we did a trip to Lowe's and got a weed whacker and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and work on that and show you what it looks like. All right, my friends, so I am going to clean the bottom of the driveway. All these leaves down here in this drain. Look at this weed. Is this the biggest weed you've ever seen? Look at this thing. OMG. I'm gonna get that up, get all this cleaned out, and then I'm going to write that one there. And then over here, I got a ton over here as well. Get all the weeds cleaned up, rake the leaves out. Wait till you see all the leaves over here. It's like this little swale in the front yard. Drives me crazy. And all of that. It's actually like the little where the water runs through under the driveway. So I am going to clean all of this up, get all the weeds taken care of, and I'm going to wash the mailbox. As you can see, my sign, my address sign that was on top during the snowstorm. The snow, when the plow came through, was so much snow the force broke it off. So I'm gonna wash the mailbox down, replace the sign. I have a new one already, and just get this cleaned out and mulched and looking nice for the summer. Alright friends, I am going to attempt to get this big weed out. But first I'm going to start with these little ones. The bucket here. Just going to put these in. And what's nice is this is pulling right out, thank goodness. Whoop. This is like a little bit of a slant of a hill, and it's very easy to slide down, and it's like rock, and it's a little hard sometimes. All right, so let's try this, friends. Did you hear that? Probably gonna have to spray this spot as well, because I know this is gonna come back if I don't, because that root is in there deep. Oh, Oh, there we go. I got it. Yes. Look at that. I got the whole thing. Look, friends, look how big this is. Look, it's my whole arm. Woohoo. Yay. That's exciting. I didn't think that was going to happen that easy. All right. All right, my friends, we got another big weed here. Not quite as large. Let's see how this one's gonna go. This light does not work. I have new ones that I'm gonna put out. All right, that weed's up. All right, let's see what we got here, what we're working with. Oh, well, that was easy. Look at that. Whew. Awesome. That was a lot easier than I anticipated. I'm excited. So I'm just going to get ahead, finish pulling these weeds, and then work on the other side. Alright, my friends, so I got everything weeded out of this side, and now I just have to, I picked up a bunch of the other stuff. I got the trash bag full. Now I'm just going to sweep all this up, and I'm going to move over on to this side. Things are going really fast compared to what I thought they were going to go, with hubby helping me. Him holding the bag when I got those leaves up really made a difference and made things go faster. So I'm going to sweep all this up, get it bagged up, and then I'm going to turn around and start working on the other side. This side's a little bit bigger, so, and I think I've got a lot more smaller weeds, so that's probably going to take me a little bit longer, but I'm going to go ahead and get all that done. So everything has been weeded, raked, swept, and then I think I'm gonna call it quits. It's actually a nice breeze starting to blow, but it's still really hot. It's probably around 6:30 or so, and we gotta get dinner ready, and then I think I'm gonna call it quits. It's been a long day. I'm gonna get out here early tomorrow morning before the sun comes down here, because we do have some nice trees down here that shade in the morning. And I'm gonna put the mulch down, wash my mailbox like I said, then put the mulch down, and then get hubby to put the number sign, house number, back on the mailbox, and then I'll be done with the bottom of the driveway. And I'm gonna take you down real quick and just give you a quick look at what it looks like after it's all cleaned up, and then I'll do a final review. All right, my friends, so here we go. So all that was overgrown into the grass, and I pulled all that and trimmed it up. There's actually some big stones under there. And then I have some stones down there. All that's been cleaned out. Can you see how it goes down in an angle? And you gotta be careful, because when it's wet, you slide, oh, just like that. And see how the water goes underneath of there, through the underneath of the driveway and out the other side. All this is cleaned up, and then I will mulch all around this. All that's cleaned up, trimmed up some of that. Oh, my gloves are still there. Good thing I was showing you all. And then all that's cleaned up, and we'll mulch all of that. Pulled all those weeds back around. And then over here, and then over here, we got all of that cleaned up. This hole's driving me crazy. It's where our Verizon thing is, and the top of it's gone. I have no idea where it went. I need to get them to come out and fix that, because that was filled with leaves. I could have broke my ankle in that. And then down here, that's my neighbor's side of the driveway, so I kind of, or the middle here divides, so I don't landscape over there. So I just kind of will fill all that in where the stones are. That kind of is my property, and I fill all that in. But I just cleaned it up since I'm down here doing that. and then all of that. And it's all nice and clean. And then over here as well. All right, so I'll check back with you tomorrow and then give you a final review. I got 6 bags of hardwood mulch here. This I'm going to use to do the bottom of the driveway and to fill my plant pots with. And then we'll have the big load of mulch delivered for the yard. So before I forget, friends, I wanted to show you this before I head down to the bottom of the driveway, because I know I'll forget. I had to buy a new mailbox address sign because mine got broken off in the winter time from the snow. And I thought I'd share it with you real quick so you can see it before I install it, because I know I'll end up forgetting to show it to you. So just wanted to quickly show you that. Alrighty, I am a hot mess. It is unbelievable out here. It's just so hot. So I'm done, and I'm going to show you the bottom of the driveway. Let's just turn the camera around and I'll give you a quick look. Alright, we're going to start over here. So what I did was I just put mulch down there. I didn't put mulch down in that area there because that's where the water runs down, so it'll just run mulch through there, so that stays open. And then all around here, you'll probably see my shadow. It's all mulched. Quick tip, I washed my mailbox with the Dawn Power Spray with that pump, and I used a Mr. Clean sponge. Don't do that. I'm assuming it's the Mr. Clean sponge. It kind of dulled the finish on my mailbox. I don't want to show it to you because my address is on there, but it dulled the finish. So I went back with some Windex and wiped it off, and it's a lot better, but don't use Mr. Clean. I'm not sure which one did it. I'm assuming it's the Mr. Clean sponge. You know what I mean, like the eraser one. So don't use that one. Anything that has a shiny finish, just in case. But anyway, so here we go. And I did wash the post and all that, so that's nice and clean. And then there we go. I put out some new landscape lights. These are much brighter. So hopefully at night it's gonna look nice. And there we go. Give you a quick look. So this would be coming down my driveway. And I have big stones on the side there, and that stuff grew over it. I did pull it back some, but I like it being full, so I left it. So that's where we're at with that. And then let me show you the other side. Okay, now this is the other side. There we go. Just mulched all this down here. A light in there. Believe it or not, friends, underneath of this there is a lot of rock. So it was really hard to get a lot of these planted. Like the light isn't exact in the spot that I wanted it, but there's so much rock in there, you really don't have a choice. But I think it still turned out nice. And then down here, I just mulched it. And that's the view you would get if you are coming up my street. And again, I didn't fill in the bottom there because that's where the water runs through. But like I said, certain areas you can't plant. You can see how open that is right there. Some of that creeping stuff will come up and spread. I did tear a lot of it out because it was dead, but you can't dig there because of the rock. It just won't let you. I tried, trust me. So, and there it is. And I'll give you a quick look. So I really like the way the bottom of the driveway turned out. All right, my friends, we are going to start where we started with it before, over here on the side of the garage. This is, I think it's called lacy leaf hydrangea. I have 2 of them, and it's a big difference from before, isn't it? It's a couple weeks later, and it shows. We've had a lot of rain, so. And over here, I just started working on the backyard. This hosta I am planting right there. I just dug that yesterday, so that's going to go in there. But all that is mulch. My bird bath, all that's mulched all the way down to the hosta down there is mulch, and then I need to pick up the rest of that to work on the backyard, which I've been working on. There's my other hydrangea. I have a lilac bush back there and a regular hydrangea in the front there, and as you can see, it's a big difference from the before. It's really grown in, but they mulched all that area and it really looks good. So let's head out front and check that out. All right, here we go. See, here's right next to the garage. We went to the store. I wanted to put some more rock down there. And we went to Home Depot yesterday, as a matter of fact, and they did not have what I was looking for, so I need to go to another store, probably go to the nursery where I originally bought those, and I need to add some more in there. I power washed the walkway, and here are those gorgeous hostas. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy with these. They come back year after year. A friend of mine had some landscaping removed about 25 years ago, and he gave me, I forget, like maybe 6 hostas. And friends, if you could see, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think there's 10 of them in here. You can see how huge they are, and I have a bunch in the back, plus that one in the pot I just shown you a few seconds ago, all from splitting from those couple hostas that he gave me. And when you see my backyard video, you'll see how big some of them are that I have. But anyway, here is the hosta area. Everything's been mulched, and like I said, it's been a couple weeks since they've done this, so I do have a few little weeds I need to pull out. I've been weeding periodically, but I've been trying to work on the backyard and get that done as well. So here is what it looks like. I'm just really happy how everything's clean now. Power washed the sidewalk. The edging is nice and done. A few little grass pieces growing, but I will take care of that, no big deal. And here is the biggest change. Here you can see there's no more bush that was there. I think that bush was in there for like 20 years, and they took all that out, got it cleaned up. No more weeds in that tree or underneath of that tree. My new landscape lights. Now, honestly, I swear those weeds were not there yesterday or Saturday when I power washed out here. And then over here, I had a bush back there in that corner that was overgrown and got removed. That is my hydrangea. I think it should get cut back. Probably should have cut that back. It's got a lot of new growth in there. I can never remember if I'm supposed to trim them or not. It's like some you do a certain time of the year, some you don't, because it grows on new wood, some grows on old wood. I don't know. But obviously I should trim that one. I asked them not to trim it because I didn't think it was supposed to be. But all my daylilies here, new landscape lights, I do need to trim that bush a little bit more because it's grown with all the rain we've had. But I'm so pleased with how, you saw how messed up it was. It just looks so nice. And the only plants I really keep in the yard are these daylilies because they do well in the full sun. It is in the evening because it's full sun here all the time. So I usually only have a few daylilies because of that. And then let's head over to, sorry for the spin, the front porch. I have my plants here that I planted. You saw that in part 1 maybe, I'm not sure. These bushes, I do not know what they're called. I put them in a few years ago, and my gosh, they are a pain in the, they are wonderful. They stay full all the time, but they have to be trimmed constantly because they grow like crazy. So, I mean, it's been about 3 weeks since all this has been done, and they trimmed all this back, and they were a lot shorter, and this is how fast they grew. They love the sun. And look, that's all cleaned out and mulched. How exciting! How exciting. Oh my goodness, it feels so good to have all that done. So wonderful. But like I said, I do have a few little grass. You can see right there where the grass grew. But they did a nice job with the edging. We did buy a edger, so we'll be able to maintain this now, which I'm very happy about. I just put these little stones here years ago because when the kids trick or treat, they actually cut through here, and I often cut through, so I thought, why not just make a path? And I don't think I shown this part from the before part, but I have this big bush here. They did cut that way back, big time, and it sits out a little bit, which I done on purpose because my vegetable garden is actually on this side. And I'm going to give an update on that if you guys saw my video. My vegetable garden is right there, and I like having that there because it kind of hides it. So this is what the front yard looks like. They cut back a lot of the stuff around the trees, and it just looks really nice. So this is the view from the front yard. And it goes all the way down to the corner there, and just looks really nice. We'll head over to the, I can see Chasey looking out the window at me. And then we have the like parking pad there, and the basketball hoop, and have my crepe myrtles there. They should be blooming shortly. Wish I would have been able to get those in bloom because they are gorgeous. And here's another beautiful tree. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at those leaves. Isn't that beautiful? Gorgeous. But I'm really pleased with the way it turned out. Really, really happy. And then my little seating area right up there. We like to sit there. And that's it, my friends. Alright, my friends, so that'll do it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget, if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe to my channel, as it does greatly help me out. So friends, thanks so much for joining me. And also, don't forget to check me out over on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and Pinterest as well, because I'm very active over there, especially on Facebook and Instagram. So friends, greatly appreciate it. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave it below. And I'll see you next time. Bye.